King.
After his older brother, the original Armor King, was murdered in a bar brawl by Craig Marduk, Armor King II steps into the ring to beat him into a bloody pulp, as well as anyone else who stands in his way. As you might expect of a pro wrestler, Armor King has a very strong throw game, though not quite as strong as King's. So, whereas King is more of a specialist character, Armor King is more well-rounded, with a complete kit of basic, generic poking tools to complement his powerful throws. Armor King has one of the best throw games in Tekken 7, with his own variations of the Shining Wizard and Giant Swing, which is unique in that it looks like a double hand throw, but needs to be broken with the left hand, and also a complete kit of command throws for both hands. Armor King can also perform his throws out of a Mishima-style wave dash, making them quite hard to backdash away from. Like King, he also has multi-throws, and while they aren't as damaging, they can still be quite a handful to deal with. Armor King's forward 4 gives him some powerful okizeme. This is a ground-hitting mid that also gives advantage on block. This often compels the opponent to stand up into a mix-up or side roll. Against side roll, Armor King can also ground throw, which means it's never safe to stay on the floor. Armor King is the only grappler in the game to have a full set of generic poking tools such as down forward 1, down forward 4, and down 4. With these moves, he can chip away at an opponent's health with minimal risk while setting up his throw game, counter hits, or opportunities for whiff punishment. With his Dark Upper, a move borrowed from the Mishima family, Armor King can quickly and effectively punish even the smallest of whiffs from just about any distance. Though, unlike the God Fist, it lacks a just frame electric version, so you can't use it to control space. Fortunately, when Armor King wants to close the gap, he has the Shadow Lariat. This is a plus on block high with immense range that's also very hard to step. Though it has quite a lot of pushback, it's an excellent tool to force the opponent's back towards the wall while keeping them in check. Armor King has above average combo damage, particularly from Dark Upper. When considered in conjunction with his powerful okizeme, he can be quite an explosive character with some pretty strong comeback potential, though this is dependent on the opponent whiffing. While Armor King has a strong throw game, his lows are fairly mediocre, being either slow and punishable or not particularly rewarding. If Armor King wants to break down a turtle, he generally has to take a risk with a throw, which opens him up to a potential launch. While Armor King's 11 frame while standing 4 is better than average, he lacks any sort of punishment from crouch until his hop kick at 15 frames. This can make certain matchups very challenging. Armor King is one of the characters whose damage output is a little misleading. It's very high from his optimal launcher in Dark Upper, but quite lackluster everywhere else, whether from floats, or counter hits, or standing poke exchanges. We'll see a bit more of this dynamic when we look at Season 3 Devil Jin. While Armor King isn't exactly Anna, he's a bit vulnerable to getting sidestepped right. This, combined with the previous damage issue, often puts Armor King at a slight risk of getting out-brawled by more powerful characters. To counteract this, Armor King does have some powerful homing moves. However, they are quite slow. His low pokes also catch sidestep right. However, as with all lows, they're susceptible to being crushed or parried. While Armor King certainly has many strengths, he doesn't really excel at anything. He doesn't have that one move which can really dictate the pace of a match. So, an Armor King player needs to work hard and possess strong fundamentals if they want to see success at higher levels of play. Armor King has received quite a few buffs in Season 3 that help round off some of his weaknesses. While none of the changes are truly transformative, he's overall quite a bit stronger now. His lackluster lows have received particular attention. While his down 3 does slightly less damage, it now leads to a stagger stun on counter hit that gives you a whopping +9 to work with. This makes it a much more effective lockdown tool. He also has a fairly decent new low from Shadow Step, which high crushes, gives good advantage on hit, knocks down on counter hit for either a free ground throw attempt or guaranteed people's elbow, and is only launch punishable by a handful of characters. A nice quality of life change is that confirming into the last hit of forward 3-4-3 on counter hit is much easier now, making it quite a devastating mid-range tool. Comboing from the Shadow Lariat is also slightly more consistent now. While it still won't combo from close range, and depending on the character, can still be quite finicky, the extra leniency on such a powerful move does help. Other minor buffs are that 2-1 now gives slightly more advantage on hit, and is less negative on block, making an already powerful jab string even better. Down back 2-3 is now safer on block, which can be a decent string against mashers. Finally, the second hit of down 2-4-3 now results in a pancake flip on downed opponents. This mostly serves to improve his previously lacking wall combos, dealing good damage and giving some powerful okizeme after. Armor King is a character who has an answer for every situation. However, nothing really stands out about him. Also, while most characters have become much stronger since Tekken Tag 2, Armor King hasn't quite survived the transition. Due to the system changes, a weakened sidestep means that Armor King has a harder time forcing whiffs, and throws are also easier to break. Additionally, his new Tekken 7 moves, such as his Power Crush, aren't particularly impressive. Although Armor King's Rage Drive is fairly strong since it leads to a free grab, it still pales in comparison to some of the other Rage Drives in the game. Armor King is seldom seen in tournaments, with the only player who really stuck with him during Season 2 being JDCR, and in Season 3 he's become even more elusive. The Dark Jaguar, for now, waits patiently in the shadows. Thank you for watching. As ever, we've created a PDF of this video for your convenience and enjoyment. Please see the description for a link. Since the Anna overview, we've recently purchased new hardware for the team to ensure that all future Tekken guides are presented in 4K and without any frame rate issues. Our immense gratitude goes out to our patrons for making this possible. Stand by. Up next is Asuka Kazama.